Hi, it's Mark here from Airprox Reality Check. Today I want to talk to you about drone Airprox 2023-136, and I want to show you why we think the UK Airprox board have got this completely wrong. So I'll open the UK Airprox board site and navigate down to the report in the July 2023 folder. The first point I want to make is about the risk statement in the column on the far right. Here the Airprox board have stated that this was a situation where providence had played a major part in the incident and/or a definite risk of collision had existed. Now that is a very impressive, definitive sounding statement. Clearly very serious stuff. UKAB would like you to believe that a very high level of investigation had established beyond all reasonable doubt that there had been a definite risk of collision, but that is categorically not the case. UKAB do not investigate drone Airproxes. They simply collate the reports. Pilots send in reports and the UKAB formats them and publishes them. The only change the Airprox board makes is the addition of this risk rating. But this is awarded on the basis that what the pilot reported was 100% accurate in every respect, which is unlikely as eyewitness testimony is notoriously unreliable. Going back to the UKAB report, the key points here are the date, 21st of June 2023, the time, 1800 hours, the location, 17 nautical miles north of Bristol, and the reporting aircraft type, Envoy 4. Envoy 4 is the military name for the Dassault Falcon 900 LX. With this information we can open an ADSB replay app and take a look at the event. My preferred app is ADSB Exchange, others are available. I've got the app open, put the date in, zoomed in so that Bristol and the area to the north is in view, and I've set the time sliders to 5 minutes before the event. Time to remind ourselves about what the pilot reported. So we are looking for an Envoy 4 at about FL 97, which is around 10,000 feet, heading down towards Bristol Airport from the north. Now we press play and wait. Here it comes. Golf Zulu Alpha Hotel Sierra, which is a Dassault Falcon 900 on the matching bearing from Bristol. These are not common aircraft, so almost certainly this is our Envoy 4. These executive jets are used for moving the Prime Minister and other VIPs around the country in Europe. Okay, let's see what the pilot spotted in front that was silver/white with red flashes, apparently at the same level. Well, that's interesting. I've stopped the video when the Envoy 4 is about 17 nautical miles north of Bristol, and about 6 miles in front of it there is Golf Victor Golf Bravo Romeo. Golf Victor Golf Bravo Romeo is an Airbus A330 and it is silver/white with red flashes. An Airbus A330 at 6 miles range will produce the same size retinal image as a nearby drone. We have to bear in mind that the reporting pilot was looking at a tiny dot flashing across in front at 470 miles per hour, whilst the Envoy was moving forward at 320 miles per hour. This will have been a fleeting glimpse of something totally unexpected. The human brain, faced with this surprising visual input, produces its best guess at identifying it in fractions of a second. Mistakes are commonplace. The reporting aircraft would have lost sight of the A330 before it crossed ahead due to the restricted upward view from the envoy cockpit, producing the illusion of the object disappearing over their left side. So now we should consider the facts. It is an indisputable fact that the white, silver with red flashes A330 was in front of the reporting aircraft at the time and location stated. There is no evidence to support the claim that a drone was present. There is virtually zero likelihood of a drone being at 10,000 feet height. Most drones are operated within the legal limit of 120 meters 400 feet of the surface, and the limited battery life, thinner air and cold at altitude all mean that reaching this sort of illegal height would be a very tall order, and even if it could be reached, the drone would only be there for a few seconds. Given that a silver-white with red flashes A330 was definitely at this location at this time, at this considerable height, it would be an unbelievable coincidence for an identically coloured drone to also be present at that precise instant in that precise location. Even if we did accept that incredible level of coincidence, it would be bizarre for the reporting pilot to have seen the drone without seeing and mentioning the identically coloured A330 that also whizzed past. The final thing we should look at is the discrepancy between the two narratives in column 7 of the UKAB report. We will take them in reverse order. At the bottom we have the Bristol Controller's report. This will have been taken verbatim from the recording of the ATC transmissions at the time, and these show that the pilot stated the object was either a drone or a weather balloon. A drone looks nothing like a weather balloon. Clearly the pilot has no idea what the sighted object was, other than its colour. Returning to column 7, at the top of that column we have the pilot's report. This is taken from the online form which the pilot will have completed some hours or days or weeks or even months after the event. In this case the pilot states the drone was a quadcopter type, silver white with red flashes, and reported to Bristol radar immediately. So in the time between the event and the completion of the online report form, the normal human witness process of contamination and rationalization has taken place, and the pilot is no longer reporting what was seen, but is instead reporting the results of a process of chatting with others and thinking about it and rationalizing, etc., which actually makes the testimony virtually worthless. I should stress that all normal human visual perception works in this way. The pilot would be very odd if they had not, over time, constructed a logical narrative around the initially inexplicable sighting event. The conclusion reached by Airprox reality check is that on the balance of probabilities, the crew of the Envoy 4 had, in a momentary glimpse, without the ground-based visual cues humans rely on for judging size and distance, misidentified the distant A330 as a nearby drone, and that the UK Airprox board have done drone pilots and the aviation industry as a whole a disservice.